In this slide, I would like to review the five most common denials: missing information, duplicates, claim already adjudicated, non-covered services, and past filing time limit. Missing information are registration errors, where a lot of times the front end hasn't taken down something of the patient's information correctly, like maybe their name isn't correct on the insurance card or in your system as it is with the insurance carrier. Could be missing an address, group number, things like that. And those are most common missing information denials, excuse me. Sometimes missing information could be medical notes. So that's something to also take into consideration. So you should always try to find out exactly what the missing information is before you try to submit the information or guesstimate what the missing information is. Sometimes it'll tell you, sometimes it won't. So it's always better to check. The next one is duplicate claims. Sometimes with duplicate claims, the issue is that you may have checked the portal and you didn't see your claim there. So you said, okay, well, let me resubmit this claim. And what ends up happening is the claims pass in transit, and then you end up sending two claims over to the insurance carrier, and then it'll end up denying as a duplicate. And the first claim, it'll knock the first claim out of the system or into limbo somewhere, and the first claim will never get paid, and you'll be waiting, trying to figure out, why is this claim not getting paid? Or why am I getting a duplicate? They should have got the first claim. Why didn't they pay the first claim? So duplicate claims are always something that you should check your portal on and or call if you need to. Claims already adjudicated. Claims already adjudicated is an issue where, let's say maybe you did a service and the service had two CPT codes that you had to bill. But one of the CPT codes is inclusive with the primary CPT code. So they paid the primary CPT code, but denied the secondary CPT code as already adjudicated because the payment is included with the payment of the primary code. And sometimes it could just be bundled services, and that's how the particular insurance denies bundled services, by saying that the claim has already been adjudicated. 9 times out of 10, if you want to make sure that you're posting and writing off your denials correctly, you would need to call to make sure that's why it denied for that reason. Non-covered services. Now, non-covered services can be avoided by following up with the insurance prior to submitting charges or before the patient's visit to see what kind of services that their insurance covers. And sometimes you'll run across instances where, let's say a patient came in through the ED, had ED services rendered, and then they came to you for follow-up services. But it turns out that the patient only had ED coverage. They didn't have office visit coverage. So you saw the patient, and once you built the patient's insurance, the insurance is like, well, this patient's policy or plan doesn't cover office visits. But if your front desk had followed up and verified what type of coverage the patient had before they were seen, or when they came in, they would have known that the patient didn't have any office visit coverage, and maybe they should collect money towards the visit for that day. The next denial reason is past filing time limit. So past filing time limit means that the insurance had a certain amount of time requested that you submit your claims to them within a certain amount of time. And it depends on the type of plan it is. Some insurances, you have 3 months to follow up. Some you have 6 months to follow up. Some you have upwards of a year to follow up. And if you don't submit claims within those time frames, your claim will be denied as past the filing time limit. So you have to submit your claims, not follow up. I'm sorry, I said that earlier. You have to submit your claims within those filing time limits to make sure that you get paid for that.